The fear of missing out, or FOMO as it's commonly known, is the anxiety-inducing sensation that you're being left behind by not being aware of or taking part in certain events, experiences, and life decisions that could positively influence your life. It's also tied closely with the worry over missed opportunities for new experiences, social interaction, memorable moments, or potentially fruitful investments. FOMO often emerges from a constant craving to keep abreast of what everyone else is doing and is marked by the worry that opting out may be a misstep. The circumstances that trigger FOMO can range from being unaware of a chat, skipping a TV series, failing to show up at a ceremony or party, or finding out that others have tried out a new eatery. In recent years, FOMO has become tied to numerous negative psychological and behavioral outcomes. It's seen a rise in prevalence in recent history, largely due to the progress of technology. Social networking platforms facilitate numerous opportunities for FOMO with their wide-ranging social engagement prospects and a never-ending stream of activities people are partaking in without you. Psychological dependence on social networks can evoke FOMO, or worse, lead to unhealthy internet habits. The feeling is also commonly found in areas such as video gaming, trading, and business promotion. Its growing prevalence has brought about related linguistic and cultural adaptations. Unsurprisingly, links have been drawn between FOMO and deteriorating mental health, specifically depression and anxiety, as well as an overall lower quality of life. Concerningly, FOMO can pose a threat to businesses too. Excitement and current trends can mislead business strategists into basing investment decisions on what their peers are doing, disregarding their own unique business approach. This can be likened to the bandwagon effect, where an individual simply follows the crowd, even without understanding or agreeing with what they're doing for fear of feeling excluded. Dr. Dan Herman, a marketing strategist, first recognized this phenomenon in 1996 while conducting research for Adam Baluch. His findings were published in the first scholarly article on FOMO in the Journal of Brand Management in 2000. Dr. Herman also suggests that the concept has further spread due to mobile phones, text messaging, and social networking, making FOMO a household term. Before the digital age, a similar sensation, keeping up with the Joneses, was a universal experience. FOMO has simply amplified this sentiment thanks to the ease of digitally documenting and accessing individuals' lives. Moreover, people's penchant for sharing their positive encounters online rather than negative ones may have reinforced this. It's not surprising then that research has demonstrated a link between the prevalence of FOMO and the onset of anxiety or depression. The theme of this story focuses on the fear of missing out, FOMO, its psychological impacts and associated behavioral outcomes. According to the self-determination theory, human psychological satisfaction is derived from competence, autonomy, and relatedness. When these basic needs are not fulfilled, individuals experience a higher degree of FOMO, leading to an overall negative effect on mood and satisfaction in life. This particularly affects college students, who are found to experience higher fatigue and stress due to consistent FOMO throughout their semester. The fear also lowers self-esteem and can even influence the formation of long-term personal goals. A survey conducted by Jot Intelligence suggested that the need for staying updated amidst the influx of overwhelming information contributes to FOMO and subsequent dissatisfaction, impacting psychological well-being. The feeling of being socially deprived and a constant need to socialize tend to lead to adverse psychological effects and negative behavioral patterns. For instance, in a bid to build social connections, individuals develop unhealthy habits, as identified in a study by the University of Glasgow, where teenagers felt compelled to be continuously accessible. From a digital perspective, FOMO encourages detrimental technology habits amongst youngsters, such as spending an excessive amount of time on screens, browsing social media during school hours, or texting while driving. The concept of phubbings, using social media while ignoring the company of others, is related to this trend. FOMO also hampers sleep. The more severe the FOMO, the less sleep individuals get. In a college environment, it encourages poor decisions such as underage and binge drinking. The effects of FOMO seems to pervade all aspects of an individual's life, surreptitiously shaping their choices and habits. Driven by heightened anxiety stemming from a perceived loss of belonging, many individuals suffering from fear of missing out, FOMO, are incessantly pursuing access to other social experiences. This pursuit consumes them as they immerse themselves in a constant stream of immediate and real-time information. A 2012 survey shows this overwhelming data influx, with 83% of respondents claiming an information overload due to the ever-expanding body of content available to consume. The fear of not staying abreast with current happenings exacerbates FOMO, as social media platforms serve as constant reminder of missed events and opportunities. It is suggested that 40% of individuals, ranging from 12 to 67 years old, feel an elevated sense of FOMO due to social media exposure. Remarkably, millennials are most susceptible to this trend, largely due to their inherent connectedness to social media platforms such as Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. Fear of exclusion from an in-group further feeds FOMO. This is particularly evident in the video gaming community, where players aligning their identities with games fear missing out on belonging to in-game social clusters. For instance, the inability to acquire time-restricted in-game items could potentially lead to social outcasting. This FOMO trend extends to investment decisions too, notably in the phase of cryptocurrencies. The flashy success stories of some investors with the appetite of others engendering a FOMO exacerbated by the allure of potential quick riches. This has resulted in pump and dump schemes where profits skyrocket and plummet in minutes. The thrill and uncertainty of this trading landscape compels some to use trading bots to seize fleeting profit opportunities. Despite being a legal gray area, FOMO is used skillfully by influencers to manipulate and exploit market behavior. The phenomenon is not just restricted to the crypto world, but extends its reach into traditional stock markets as well. A myriad of advertising and marketing efforts capitalize on the leverage that FOMO, or fear of missing out, provides. For instance, at Don't Be Left Behind campaign played on people's FOMO-induced anxieties to prompt its audience to switch networks and stay connected. Similarly, Duracell's PowerMat Stay in Charge campaign highlighted the FOMO that arises from missing out on critical updates when their device loses charge, thereby advocating for their charging solutions. Strikingly, Heineken's Sunrise campaign embraced FOMO from a different angle, promoting restrained consumption of alcohol by showcasing excessive drinking as a ticket to missing out on the fun at social gatherings. Brands like Nescafe aim to counter FOMO with campaigns such as Wake Up to Life. Utilizing TV viewers' FOMO tendencies also leads to augmented broadcast ratings, thus enhancing audience engagement and expediting information dissemination. For instance, real-time tweets about significant events like the Super Bowl contribute to increased TV ratings, leveraging FOMO and the ubiquity of social media. The social phenomenon of FOMO extends beyond borders, with different cultures defining their versions of it, like Singapore's kiasu, an iteration of the FOMO concept that also involves competitive and self-centered behaviors. FOMO's growing influence has led to the coining of various iterations like FOBO, fear of better options, FOMOMO, fear of the mystery of missing out, MOMO, mystery of missing out, FOGI, fear of joining in, BROMO, instances when friends shield others from missing out, NOMO, narrowly but not fully, missing out, and others. All these terms illuminate the myriad ways FOMO manifests, reflecting our hyper-connected world's anxieties and its profound influence on our societal behaviors and marketing strategies. JOMO, or the joy of missing out, denotes the contentment derived from disconnecting from all social media and digital platforms. It upholds the optimistic notion that there is an inherent tranquility in being disconnected. Conversely, phobia, which stands for the fear of being ignored altogether, illustrates the imperative of staying connected online for one's sense of self-worth and acknowledgement as an individual.